see if some of those vital voters agree with what Colin Rallans has just said. We've assembled a cross-section of people in the marginal constituency of Burton-on-Trent. Goes Conservative on a swing of just under 3%. It was held by Labour last time with a majority of just over 1,400. The sitting MP Janet Dean is standing down. Labour's Ruth Smeeth takes her place. Our political correspondent Lucy Manning is at the town's Brewing Museum. So tell us, Lucy, what do the people that you've got with you say? What are they really looking for this afternoon?
Well, welcome to the National Brewing Centre, the capital city in the UK of brewing. And of course, all eyes will be on the price of a pint here. But crucially, this is one of the top 50 seats that the Tories need to win. So will these undecided voters be toasting the budget or drowning their sorrows? Well, I'm joined by our financial expert, Mark Collins, who's going to crunch the numbers. What might people be expecting that will hit them or benefit them in their pockets?
Well, I think people are hoping for a lot from the Chancellor, but unfortunately he doesn't have the opportunity to really do an awful lot. I suspect what we'll see is some green agendas, so I suspect there'll be a lot of taxes on petrol, on cigarettes, and I think we'll see this as a green budget.
Katie, you're a young mum, but you were made redundant. What would you like to hear from the Chancellor today?
Really, just to see what sort of help he's going to give to young working families. At the moment, me and my husband survive on his wage, so eventually I would need to look to go back to work, but I just need to see what's out there and also what help he's going to give young mums.
Dave, you run a furniture business. What do you want to hear from the Chancellor in terms of business and on other taxes?
Yeah, we're hoping that fuel duty is going to be frozen, obviously because as an internet retailer selling furniture online, it's very expensive to send furniture around the country, so we're just hoping that diesel prices won't increase because that'll affect us, our delivery costs really, so we're just praying that they'll not increase it this time.
Coming down the table, Mike, you're about to retire.
I am, yes.
You're looking for some measures for retirees from the Chancellor?
Yes, I am, because £95 a week is the normal payment for an old age pensioner, which is not very much considering the national wages, average wage is £450. And of course, it cuts a third of the population out of the economy.
Yeah, so you'll be looking for a bit more for
I'll be looking for help for
OPs.
pensioners.
Yes, OK. Well, undecided voters here, we will come back to them after they've heard the budget.
Lucy, thank you. And to your guests. You may remember we asked people what they thought about it all. Let's rejoin them and our political correspondent, Lucy Manning. So we heard a list of wished-for items from your guests. What did they make of the Darling budget?
Well, everyone was watching intently, I have to say, without liquid refreshment at the National Brewery Centre. A bit of a mixed bag, I think. Paul, you're a businessman. What did you make of some of the measures that the Chancellor had there?
Yeah, well, I thought on the surface there seems to be quite a lot of positive initiatives for business, but as always, the devil's in the details, so certainly we're looking at how the small print pans out on that, although very positive that the fuel duty increase is actually being phased out. That will certainly help businesses right across the UK.
Mike, you're about to retire. A bit more money for the winter fuel allowance.
Well, that is now guaranteed. The £400 higher rate is welcome, and also it's welcome that he's fixed the tax credit at a higher rate as well. Although it doesn't help me, it's completely negative as far as I'm concerned. I'll probably be about 2 or 3% worse off, but I'm glad about the fuel duty too, because I live in a rural area.
Simon, you're unemployed, and you were worried about the size of the deficit affecting the country. Was there enough there to satisfy you?
No, not really, because I'm really concerned about his over-optimistic growth forecasts, particularly for 2011 and beyond. The sort of consensus of forecasts, he's talking about 3.25, and the consensus is 2.1 for 2011.
Sasha, alcohol and cigarettes up, how do you feel about that?
Well, I don't drink, but with the cigarettes I think it's quite a good thing because so the young people won't have enough money to start smoking, so it should be good, yeah. And
coming to you, Mark Collins, number crunching, how does it look up overall?
Well, as we'd expect, it's very much a political budget. It's a giveaway for the year coming. Everyone's a little bit better off, as we'd expect, but then when you look at the forecasts, he's actually clawing back some of the money in next year and the year after, so as we'd expect, quite a political budget.
These are all undecided voters, so whether what the Chancellor has to say has changed their minds, well, they will decide when they make their vote.
Lucy and your guests again, thank you very much indeed.